Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another video, and this was requested by a few viewers to see Paladin Cecil's rotation. What he should be using, what the main things he should be using. So, if you were really confused and you're looking at the JP wiki and you're like, what are all these things that are going on? We'll find out. I'll tell you. So, at the start of battle, he has dual cast, which not shown here, but we'll be getting into that. So first turn, you definitely want to be using the cover, and sometimes I go ahead and do this, which is mitigate magic damage for 2 turns to all allies 75%, and also fire, ice, thunder, and light resistance, as you can see there, 100% for all allies. But lately I've also been doing this, where you do dual cast, use the dual cast, use the shield, or the cover, and then you switch over with this, and you switch over to the dark side, which gives you 75% mitigation on turn to himself. And then next turn he gets triple cast, and then you just kind of switch back to the light side again, and keep repeating that. And on the global side, you'll be able to get this, the FFBE or latent ability right away, which is cover, yeah, and it gives them a lot of healing, like 22.5k healing split over 3 turns. So it's definitely very good to have. And yeah, so we're gonna go into an actual battle, show you his actual rotation, and showing you with like pushing the buttons instead of just showing you the ability names. And also this is pretty good too. AoE light imbue, and also gives some burst crystals, 10. 2 turns you get light imbue. So this is not a review, by the way. The review will be on Thursday, as always. But now we're gonna show you like how to actually use him properly. So we're back. Since he's a protagonist, he gets his limp burst right away because of the passive, but you don't want to use his limp burst right away. So on turn 1, this is turn 1, you have access to his light abilities. But first of all, like I said, you want to cover, and you definitely want to transition over to his dark side. Now keep in mind, you do switch over to the dark side, he does require HP in order to use those abilities, but that's fine. What you normally would do is that you use him first, and then you let your healer heal first. Don't use your healer first. So for example, with this, now he's able to triple cast re-raise, which is very nice for an upcoming trial of Malboro. This is a really good strategy to employ. So for you guys who are wondering how to beat Malboro, this is one way to do it. Putting re-raise on 3 targets, and then letting your healer put the other ones on the other targets, the other ones. So 3, 2, 1. And as you can see there, it did quite a bit of number on our healing, our HP. And there we go, now he's back to full again. So that is something you could do, triple cast re-raise, not really needed, but it's possible, I mean, you can do it. What I've normally been doing lately is switching between his light and dark side so you can abuse that 75% mitigation over and over again. So what you would normally do, because you only can triple cast, push back and also back some MP for very low cost. His limp burst is also very good. I recommend using his limp burst as well often. When he has turns where he's still covering, like right there for example. Oh, limp burst is 50% damage mitigation. And also 5 limp burst crystals to all allies, which is very useful. And his limp burst is also very good for limp burst finishing. Not like cap chains, but to like use to clear missions. I've used it sometimes, but you need to time it very well. So, the light side, he has access to some buffs like 180% defense buffs and things like that. And also some resistances. And also he has regular, or like he has re-raise. Raise, yeah, raise. Or life, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, this is a better cover. Basically, he has provoke. Yeah, I mean, the wiki makes it look really confusing, but actually it's really not, if you think about it. So here we go with this. And switch back over to the dark side, and I have 75% mitigation for 1 turn. It's a very easy way to abuse this because he just gets 75% mitigation every so often. I mean, bosses aren't really going to be doing much damage from with 75% mitigation over and over again. So every time you switch over to the dark side, you get 75% mitigation. It's really insane. Yeah, really good, I have to say. I'm trying to find out where it says it, but I'm pretty sure it is. Trying to find it in the wiki. There it is. Here it is. Right here. I found it. 95% damage mitigation for 1 turn. And the good thing about it is it's just general mitigation, so against fixed trials and fixed damage trials, that's going to be really good. And it gives you triple cast, and it gives you all those dark abilities. So just keep in mind with those abilities when you switch to the dark side, they cost some HP. And make sure you don't use your healer first. Make sure you're using your tank first if you're on your dark side. So hopefully guys that helped you out a little bit. And by the way, this is a personal opinion. It's not worth chasing his STMR. It's good. It's good if you have it. It's good if eventually if you have it, like right here. But it's not worth chasing. I wouldn't recommend it. But this is not a review. It kind of sounded like a review. That's not a review. I'll be reviewing him in full on Thursday, like I said. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Just consider liking the video. And if you have any other questions about Cecil, if I didn't go over something that you were wondering about, he does have chaining, but I've never really used it because he doesn't have time to do those kind of things. But you can chain. In certain situations, you might be able to chain cap with him, but I've never done that. I've never really needed to. You can do it. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions, please leave them down in the comment section below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace. Cecil's awesome.